Having come to this understanding that all the spiritual practice is working on the mind and getting freedom from all these useless things, the sankalpa vikalpa, and then come to know our essential nature. This is what Uddalaka Muni was contemplating and thinking. And then, as a result of this understanding, he continued his spiritual practice. See? So, first of all, he has come to this conclusion that either I is everywhere or I is nowhere. Look at our own individual body. See? I is not associated with any particular thing, but I is everywhere. So, keeping this as the foundation, that there is one reality which is common and yet it is beyond all of them. So, this is with this understanding he started his spiritual practice. 26th verse, Munirevam Miniraniya Yardhon Milidalochanaha Omityucharayan Tasthav Pranayama Kramena Saha. Then this Uddalaka Muni, having Vinirnaya, having completely confirmed, complete, no doubt, and thus he came to a conclusion. Vinirnaya, firm conclusion. There is no any option or any alternative left. Muni evam vinirnaya. Then he ardha unmilita lochanaha. Then with his eyes half opened, then omityi ucharayan tasthav. Then he sat steady while chanting Om. Om. See, he started chanting. Now, yesterday I mentioned to you, in Panchadashi it comes, Buddha Tattvasya. He who has what Uddalaka Muni has done, he who has done this thing, for him, now the problem is the Manorajya. Manorajya is uncalled for thoughts. They have no meaning. They have no value. And yet they keep on coming. Suddenly, sometimes something you remember, you are reading something, suddenly, no, I think I should have a cup of tea. So you just leave the book and go to the kitchen for a cup of tea. Then, why do a cup of tea? Why not lie down for some time? See, the mind is making us dance. We are not able to appreciate this thing. So, what is to be done with such a mind? Omiti ucharayan tasthav. He became steady by chanting Om. And when we are chanting Om, there are two places where we can bombard the sound waves. One is at the base of the hard palate. There, at the base. Which is when you touch with your tongue, so you can feel the soft and slimy sealing of the buccal cavity. And that becomes the floor for the cranium. So we have got two parts. One is the cranium part and the lower is the mandible. So here at the cranium part in the center is a place where there is a gland, pituitary gland, what is called in Yoga Shastra as the third eye. See. So when we chant this Om, we bombard these sound waves of the Om on this particular spot. By that, your pituitary gland or the third eye will be activated and your understanding will be very bright and clear. There won't be difficulty in understanding anything. Intuitive understanding starts happening thereafter. The second place where we can bombard the sound waves is the throat, which is the Vishuddha Chakra. So by this bombarding on the Vishuddha Chakra, the objectivity in the thoughts is reduced. And we come to a point of objectless awareness. What is called as the Atma Khyati. So, or the Vritti Rahit Aham. That Aham where there is no thought. Thoughtless Aham. See? So, Om iti ucharayantastho. This Uddalaka Muni, he said and started chanting Om. Then pranayama kramena saha. Then also what helps is the pranayama. So first pranayam and then Omkar chanting. So by the pranayam when we do it, our energy is balanced. See, there are two channels like cathode and anode, two wires. In the same manner, there is Ida and Pingla. So Ida is on the left, Pingla is on the right. Now these two energy channels, they must be perfectly at the same level of performance. If you see the yogis, they do it in the morning when they get up, they breathe out slowly and find out which is the nostril through which the air is coming out. Then left is called as the Chandra Nadi and right is called as the Surya Nadi. And according to that, they balance. And this is what Bhagavad Gita says, Nasabhyantara Charinau. So, the breathing should happen perfectly balanced between the two nostrils. This is pranayama kramena saha. So, a perfect balance is attained at the body level, then at the breathing level or the pranayam level, and then at the mind level by chanting